Okay, so we've got this put up in my cleaning my Tippmann gun vise. So our next step is going to be to install the barrel tenons. So the directions, if you read them in the book, goes back to the installation of the barrel tenons. But we're going to go in order so it's one and done. And I'm sorry, not the barrel tenons, but the barrel thimbles. So, and again, we blackened the brass for the thimbles as well. So we're going to install the rear thimble first, and going to try and move this up out of the vise so you can see the installation process. So during the first week, we drilled a hole in there, or we threaded that hole to fit the screws. So just going to confirm fit real quick. Good. So this is a directional one. We need to put it in here seated appropriately. We're gonna use the brass or the rawhide mallet to tap it into place. With the finish on there, it did get a little bit snug. So you can see it in place. We're going to go ahead and install this screw right into our drilled hole, which both of these screws were filed down slightly just to allow for a perfect fit for the push rod to pass through without catching, scratching, marring, or doing any of that. So we've got that in there nice and snug. Gonna verify we still got our good fit of the screw. So we could still go another full turn. So we're going to. So we got another full turn in there, and it's nice and snug still. So the next thimble we're going to install is going to be right here on the front of the barrel. So I was required to shave off a little bit more of this front thimble. I don't know if I drilled deeper, if the wood is thinner. I'm not 100% sure, but the front thimble definitely presented more of a challenge. Taking apart, reassembling, taking apart, reassembling, taking apart, reassembling. All right, so our front thimble is reinstalled. The next piece we're going to put on is going to be our nose cap. So the nose cap is just going to go right into place on the nose. Again, just like the remaining or all of the other pieces on the firearm, the nose cap was, and so you know, the brass screws for the nose cap were blackened as well. Really didn't want any brass on this gun showing through. Wanted to black it out. Call it a tactical muzzleloader. You could call it age. You could call it whatever you want. It's mine. That's the important part, right? So I'm gonna have to go through and trim that screw down. The screw's poking out a little bit right now, probably from the wood that I've shaved off. So we're gonna go ahead and clip this off real quick, and be right back at it. Trim that down. The benefit of brass screws. Still sticking out. And the reason this one's protruding out now too is it could be from sanding, but I also ended up having to buy a new screw because sometime in all of the excitement of the build, I lost one of the brass screws. So luckily enough, there was an Ace Hardware that had what I needed in stock, or else I would have been SOL. And we finally have our depth. All right, so now we've got everything else installed. Our final step